Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gavin, aka Coke, aka whatever you want to call me. Welcome to the Black Dads Club. I'm super excited for everybody to be here. I know why you're here. We're going to talk about Love is Blind. The weddings was yesterday. Tyler didn't get caught. The reunion coming up on Wednesday. Who cares? You care. I care. If you're looking for Mike, he ain't here. He out the country, which is cool because he didn't watch the show anyway. And so it gives me just a chance just to laugh with y'all and talk about how much of a mess this season was. My goal today, I don't care who listening, I don't care if you here, thank you. My goal today is we telling the truth. I don't give a damn no more. We got to tell the truth about these shows, about everybody. And so let's dig deep. Let's go in. Leave your comments, like, subscribe. Tell me what you really think. Tell me who's your favorite couple. Tell me about what's going on. Now, if you are here, this is your first time hearing about Love is Blind because it was a mess, then I'm going to give you a little backstory. The point of the show is we put people in pods. They put people. I don't work for Netflix. They put people in pods for 10 days. They do speed blind dating. At the end of it, whoever you connect with the most, you ask them to marry you. Y'all get married within 30 days after leaving the pods, right? Obviously, this experience ain't made for long-lasting marriages. I want to do these marriages count towards the 50% of like divorces and stuff like this because clearly, right? Anywho, this season was in DC, and I have personally coined it as the trauma bonding season. If you had trauma, you had something you need to get off your chest, you need to, find you a therapist that'll listen to you while y'all ate some trash food on the floor. Shout out to Netflix showing us that they eating this season. Then this is the season for you. Shout out to DC for being a complete mess. I'm trying not to curse in the first couple minutes. So let's get into it. First of all, they had the weddings last night. Shout out to all the girls in their dresses. Beautiful. Shout out to the weddings. Shout out to the tux. Everybody looked good. It sounded good. All right, now that we got that out the way. Garrett and Taylor, congratulations on being the most boring couple I've ever seen on reality TV. I got to just say that out first. Sorry, I got to get my hate out first. This was a mess. They even tried to create drama for them that should not have been there, but we got to spruce y'all up a little bit. A perfect example of that is Taylor's father. So if most people don't know, Taylor, who in the pods was so concerned about her looks, instead of just saying, hey, I'm biracial, I'm Asian and white, so to speak, she kept saying, I don't want to tell you about my looks. I don't want to give it off. These two are extremely smart, seem like good people. I actually believe they're going to make it, but whatever. Now, moving across the country for this woman, I wouldn't do that, but hey, man, that's why you with her. Her dad refused to be on camera. And they made such a big deal of it. And they kept saying, yo, my dad don't want to be on camera. He doesn't support this thing. Just for her dad to come out and say, hey, I had a death recently and I've been going through it. And it's like, dude, if I just had a death 2 weeks ago, if I recall correctly, then no, I don't want to be on TV for some dude you just met 2 weeks ago. Literally, you met him 2 weeks ago. And you want to marry him. I'm going through some real stuff at home. I ain't ready for this. I thought that was super interesting. Also, Garrett, I got to give you I got to be honest with you, bro. If you're not a good liar, don't lie. It was embarrassing how bad you was at lying. Like, that was terrible. It was horrible, actually. To hear Garrett lie, to say, yo, I didn't text my ex back. Because this is what happened. Ladies, I don't know if y'all know. But when the dudes get married, it's a couple of chicks that come out the woodwork and still try to see if they can, not change his mind, but let me give it up to him one more time and see if he bite it. That's just the truth, right? So Garrett got one of them texts, whether he wanted to admit it or not, and he was like, oh, I just liked it. Now, it wasn't, hey, I want to sleep with you, blah, 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 but it was just like, hey, let me clear the air with us. That BS that the chicks do. And so anyway, he gets there. He says he likes it. Then when Taylor gets drunk, eyes glossy and just red as hell, she's over there. He's like, oh, yeah, I wrote the chick back. And it's like, bro, you could have just not said that and then went to the bathroom, opened your phone, and unsent the message. That's all you had to do. It was on Instagram. Tyler and Ashley. Congratulations to black men for winning. I mean, look, when you're a certain height, you're a certain skin tone, you have waves, good set of teeth, a good job, they'll just excuse some bullshit. I mean, I don't even know how else to say it. Like, my man won. Also, congratulations to Netflix. Hold on. I got to give it up to Netflix. Netflix, you got it right. when it came to the black women on this show, you got it right, and I'm appreciative of that. Now, Netflix does a great job with all these shows where you got to be super beautiful to be on here. They'll never get no regular chick, some dude who is balding and don't got the greatest skin in the world, right? These shows make sure they get people that just look amazing. But this year, every black woman was stunning, and let me tell you, Ashley, chef's kiss. Beautiful girl, nice smile, beautiful cheeks. Even me and my wife was sitting on the couch and I'm like, she is beautiful. Like just everything. And she looked great in her dress. Tyler, I was waiting, and we're going to get back to this couple. I was just waiting when Ashley said, unless something comes through on my phone as I'm walking down the aisle, I'm going to say yes. I'm like, sis, where's the TikTok chick that's just sending out these videos and becoming FBI agent number one? Like, this is the time where you send this to the phone because the wedding's today and it needs to stop. Didn't happen. They got married, but we're going to get back to them because he was the biggest crock of trauma bonding mess that I've seen in my life. I've never seen somebody cry on every time another woman came in his face and he just cried, and it's just like, whatever. But yeah, congratulations to Netflix on getting it right with black women this episode. Sort of, but we'll get there later. The reality of these shows is these shows are not created for people to actually get married. It's just to show y'all how much piss is in the dating pool. I looked at that because they started this episode with, these people didn't make it. And I'm talking about Ramsey and Marissa, or Ramses, whatever his name is. It don't even matter at this point because they're going to make this dude look bad. I mean, he came in. I love it too. He starts the show crying. She starts the show. I can't stand a woman who keep crying and can't talk and falling over. And Marissa, beautiful girl, clearly just, I don't want to be mean to her. I was going to talk about how quick she gave it up. Everybody was in here giving it up. It was like, y'all locked us out of here for 10 days. Now I'm finally attracted to this person. Let's get it cracking. But she was just very much in there. My issue with Ramses is they're going to make it seem like they broke up because of the whole sex thing and having kids and all this. And in reality, these shows is created for you to exit whoever you dating, to leave them alone without ruining your image for the next 10, 15 years. And after homeboy met her mom, he said, I'm done. He saw that tongue ring. He heard them weak ass threats and said, I don't want to deal with this. Ladies, just giving y'all a heads up to the older moms. Please send this to y'all moms. Whenever y'all threaten dudes about, I do this to you if you hurt my kid, we look at it as, all right, cool. I need to leave you alone and walk out of your life how every other man has walked out of your life. Because you think this is like cool. You think threatening somebody is going to make them behave proper. No, in reality, I'm just like, I'm getting away from her because of you. And that's what happened with Ramses and Marissa. Like, he saw her mom in that dirty ass tongue ring and said, you know what? None of her kids respect her at the table. Her daughter don't respect her. She talking about a prenup when both of us is broke. And honestly, after the whole army conversation, we don't see certain things religiously, politically. You know what? I'm out. And it's easy just to say, yo, I've been married again. I don't want to hurt you. Oh my gosh. When my man said, it's not you, it's me. I said, oh, hand claps for that. Gotta support black men. Black men, we did our thing this season. I gotta tell you this. Black men showed up this season and said, no. If I don't have to deal with you, I'm out. So Ramses made sure he dipped out of there. Alex and Tim. Who is Alex and Tim? Oh, that's the other black couple. Sorry, I got my little board up here, so I'm trying to make sure I stay on task. Alex and Tim. You never date a woman who got a dirty ass house, dog. She knew you was coming over and didn't even attempt to change them dirty light bulbs. Them light bulbs was brown. The house just looks stank. You can look at a chick and the scrunched up face all the time. She looked like her shit just stank. I knew they wasn't gonna make it since the first once they got to Cabo or wherever they was at. I knew that wasn't gonna work. And let me tell you when he knew it didn't work. Now, I didn't see this part because I went to the bathroom when my wife was watching it, but my wife said she put her hands on him. Not that she hit him, but apparently they was talking and she put her hands over his mouth. He left the house. He didn't like that. That day that black man made up his mind. No. You don't get to put your hands on me and think that I get to stay on the show with you. He was out that day. He was just looking to find a way to get out of here without being disrespectful and ruining his image. And he found it. That's one thing. she tried to do it. Oh, you met my dad, and which was a great bonding moment. But yo, sis, if I tell your dad how you talk to me, how you treat me, you got an anger issue. Nah. I'm out of here. That was just wild to watch in general. Now, I gotta shoot Alex and Belle now. Didn't want to, but Tim, that was BS about your parents. Your parents drove up 10 hours, dog. Cool. If I talk to your parents for 4 hours, I can go take an hour nap. Sorry, dog. And I don't even like naps personally, but if my girl talked to my people for 4 hours, I'm not tight that she took an hour nap. And then, we not texting or whatever. Bruh, you just needed a way out. I respect it. And I love his line. There's no way I want to see you ever again. Respect it. Get out of here. I've seen your house. You've already put your hands on me. Let me tell y'all this. If a black man put his hand on her mouth, they will have him physically removed out the show. What was that? Was that Love is Blind? That was one of them other Netflix shows when homeboy with the girl. Might be able to name. When they got in an argument, he got so aggressive they made him leave. Like, come on, y'all know what time it is. This show has to start doing background checks. Well, first of all, the reality of these shows is they do background checks. They do personality checks. They make sure you ain't crazy. Whoever the art dealer is, the girl who was dealing with him, hand claps for her. Oh my gosh. Sis, the way that you got out of there, I believe, and I don't know if I legally can say this. Well, I don't even know his name, but he the art dealer who was simping the whole time, leading with his wallet the entire time of the show. I believe Netflix knew that he might kill that girl over there out in Cabo. And we can't have American citizen dying on Mexican land. We can't do that. Because the way he kept touching her was so cringy. Just as a man, I told my wife, I said, I hate doing the whole, coming down on men. But as a man, that was so uncomfortable. But shout out to her for getting up out of there. And she was pretty. But he was so weird, man. Kept touching her. And I knew when they didn't show him the next episode, I said, oh, yeah. Netflix had to step in and say, we can't let you do this. Background checks. How the hell Hannah didn't know that this boy stay at home? Unless I missed something. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. The first 2 episodes, I was not interested. Didn't care about it. I was working on this podcast, honestly. The fact that Hannah did not know Nick stayed downstairs is a mess. Nick and Hannah was the most disturbing. When are we going to... It got to the point I was like, are they playing with us at this point? They wasn't supposed to make it to how far they made it. Hannah is, first of all, Mike always has this thing where he always say women has to be 3 things. I think it's adoring, caring, and something. I'm messing it up. Don't, whatever. And she was just rude. I think it was not relatable. What is it? Respectful? She got to adore you. She got to care for you. And she got to respect you. I think that's what it is. Hannah didn't adore him. She definitely didn't care about him. And she definitely didn't respect this dude. When her brother is coming in, it's like, nah, she's mean. She's always been like this. When her parents are just like how she is. I love Hannah because men has this unique way of knowing when she's so insecure about herself that she's going to lead with her vagina to make sure that she makes up for her insecurities. And Hannah did that from day one. Only thing she was kept doing is talking about her coochie. Yo, he don't eat me out. Why are you at a dinner table or at a party knowing there's hot mics everywhere and you keep talking about how he don't want to go down on you? Newsflash, Nick wasn't attracted to you. Sorry, he wasn't. You kept doing all this, talking about your body in the pods, talking about how big you were and, how you losing weight and then you masked it with women empowerment. Women is this, men ain't that. And honestly, this is how I know Netflix definitely does background checks. They made sure she ended up with the man who don't pay his bills, who she can run over, who lives with his mama. And I'm going to tell you this. Shout out to my brown folks. Y'all got to stop babying y'all boys. Because when the world finds out how much y'all have been hiding that y'all baby y'all boys, they going to tear them up. Because Nick mom, the fact that she got on TV, on national TV and said, yeah, I've been babying him. This man live downstairs. He don't pay his bills. He don't got no job, really. Sorry, I know he do real estate. Yeah. I don't believe that shit for a minute. Because a couple of them jobs, when you start reading the titles, you're like, these jobs is fake, right? And so I got that from Nick. So it was just interesting about the background check with them. And the fact that Hannah, you knew what was up. Hannah tried to get out of there, and then she tried to, he's not tall enough and he's not strong enough. He talked about himself. He talked himself up. Hannah reminds me of the other chick from Love is Blind who thought she looked like who that girl thought she looked like? Dang, I can't even remember. Y'all know who I'm talking about with the forehead. Dang, I can't remember her name. Anyway, she thought she looked like her. And it was just like, she just had this inflated vision of her looks that it was just so nasty that I was just like, yo, this is so bad to watch on TV. So anyway, wrapping this up, predictions. I can't wait for Wednesday. Honestly, I can't wait. First of all, Stefan and Monica, y'all got to talk. And I want to know what you saw. No way possible you can get me to feel bad for Monica. On a show where there's other black men and you make sure you go out your way and you didn't select them, I'm just leaving it at that. And maybe she didn't. Excuse me. Maybe she didn't, because I think I said on here that I didn't pay attention to the first 2 episodes. So maybe the other 2 black dudes was just cornballs. Oh yeah, Ramses, stop going around telling women that you soft and you in touch with your emotions. They do not like that shit. I don't know why men go do that. This whole metrosexual, stop going around with that. That's just another word for suspect. Stop saying that, I'm in touch and masculine. Stop using the buzz trigger words, bruh. And women, stop patting men on the back thinking that shit is work. Y'all never choose them. They never do y'all right, and y'all never end up with them. Homeboy got up on there. He started talking about that, and then he turned into an F-boy at the right time to get up out of there. Also, Marissa, before I get to Monica and Steven, Marissa, I love your natural hair. When you get around your non-black friends, you can't straighten your hair. You can't do that. That is annoying, actually. It's actually kind of weird. I ain't going to say nothing else, but yeah, when you got around your non-black friends, you made sure you straighten that shit out. Hot comb that shit straight on down. We're going to get there. Anyway, Monica, I don't feel bad when the white dude that you select, he's telling you, yo, I just found out I got a little black in me. You say, cool. You tell him what you mix with. He say, damn, you a mutt. And you don't even blink twice. You say, ha ha ha, I am. Sometimes when people got weird kinks, they throw out stuff to you early in the game to see if you're going to pick up on it or if you down to play. That's the fun part about kinking, right? You find somebody into what you into. When he said that and you said, hey, I want to marry you, and then you found some kink stuff on his phone later, let me tell you, I want to know at the reunion what was on that phone. I know it was something flagrant. It was probably some stuff that I wouldn't do. He probably into some race play, some type of bondage where I'm like doing some crazy stuff to you. He might be in the dogs. I don't know. But I want to know what was on that phone, because you really was over there really, really like upset about that phone. But guess what? That dude eyes was, his eyes was dilated too big. He was on that stuff. And man, but that's the man you chose. You chose the Trump supporter who called you a dog and was mad that he got some weird kinks. That ain't fair. You got to accept that. Tyler and Ashley, let's get to it. Tyler, it's a chick out there who been getting on your ass since this show got on TV. And it's going to be some days, bro. Judgment Day is coming for you. And I ain't talking about the one that we all got to go through. I'm talking about for you and Ashley, where you got to sit that woman down and say, yo, I ain't never seen them kids. They ain't never seen me. I don't even think they know who I am. And you got to lie. And your lie better be good. And you need to go to those women who you helped gave a child to, and make sure that all y'all lies match up. Because one day, sir, Ashley is going to talk to them kids and find out enough. And it's over. If you ever decide that, if you have kids, you got 3 kids out there, dog, and you talking about something, you just a sperm donor to them. You got to bring that up early. But this is the BS about this show that we know that Netflix is doing. They put people in the pods for 10 days and Netflix gives them questions. The Love is Blind class give them the cast questions to read off and answer. So they kind of control. The people at Netflix knew he had kids. They had to. There's no way they do this show and don't know he have kids. Because the fact is they know that certain people have been married before and they know what not to bring up. And I know that they sit you down and say, yo, don't bring this up. Matter of fact, on one of these Netflix shows, if you know me, you know that I took pictures for some people that was on the show, right? And with that, when we wanted to release the pictures, Netflix made sure that we did not release certain pictures. Matter of fact, they made sure of it because of what was going on. Now, I respected it. I signed whatever paperwork, said I wouldn't, release the pictures. I didn't release my pictures. Cool, bet, whatever. Now, so I know that they knew that this man had kids and they were waiting for the right time for it to get released and for him to mention it. I want to know, are y'all going to talk about that? Because y'all got to tell the truth. We got to tell the truth. And Tyler, good luck with that. Tyler, also, you got to stop crying. Nobody like men that cry, bro. I know they like the line like, oh, he got so emotional and he was vulnerable and all that. Nah, nobody care about no crybaby. Every time I turned my TV on, this dude was over there crying, talking about some stuff he went through. Matter of fact, all the dudes was in there crying and talking about, and now, that's why I really thought Tim and Alex was going to work, because he had a lot of trauma that he needed to deal with. But, he's growing up and she was very much in there and I was happy for him. But, you can't put your hands on me, think we're going to get together. Look, man, I can't wait on Wednesday. I am going to see what's going to happen. Also, before we get out of here, Hannah, stop calling somebody you met 3 weeks ago your best friend. If Nick was smarter, he would have just shut all that shit down of you crying and complaining. And stop weaponizing being a feminist, by the way, too. I'm going to get my stuff off at the end. That was the biggest crock of shit I ever heard in my life. But whatever. If Nick had half a brain and cared, he would have Nick, Ramsey, whatever his name is, and I think that's about it. Them two made sure they got laid the most they could within those few days that they was with them girls. They made sure. And possibly with Monica, Stefan, whatever his name is. They made sure they just, all right, man, this girl, she giving it up. She doing some wild stuff. Let me just milk this before I go home and collect some more vagina before I get up out of here. And they made sure they didn't marry, because that's what I knew. I picked that up very early in the game. I said, oh, they killing this. But if Nick actually cared, he would have just shut Hannah down all automatically. And Hannah, like I said earlier, if a dude ain't going down on you, it's a reason why. Check that pH, baby. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about it, and I'm going to holler at y'all next time.